Hello and welcome to Badminton Weekly with me, Jasmine Lim. We begin the show with the Victor Denmark Open, where Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi were the big winners in Odense. The Japanese shuttlers earned their first HSBC BWF World Tour title in 2 years after a three-game thriller against Fajar Afyan and Mohammad Shohibul Fikri. However, Ashwini Punapa believes the world number 10's toughest battle came in the semi-final of the Super 750 event.
Apart from the fact that they were playing against a very well-playing Shetty and Ranki Reddy, who have gradually gotten better with each tournament and stronger, and so having a win against them in terms of a pair that's doing well at present would give them a lot of confidence. Secondly, it's also like a mind game because they have their former coach, who is Tankin Her, who was their coach, is currently back on the Indian team side and sitting for Ranki Reddy and Shetty. So it's like tricky when you're playing against a coach who's coached you, because your coach would know, the strong points and weak points and where to catch the players. So I'd say in that sense, it's a special win for them because, of course, they haven't really reached the finals in over a year and slowly getting back into their groove. I would say for me, the thing that's really worked for them really well, especially in that semi-finals match that they played against Ranki Reddy and Shetty, is that they were the better pair in terms of controlling the rally. They were very good at playing the drive game, but at the same time they could switch the drive and take the pace off, which was advantageous to them because you're playing strong and then the soft touches were also there in those strong exchanges of drives. They could whip the shuttle across their opponent's bodies as well at the same time take the pace off and get them to work. So that I would say was a strong point, very quick with their reflexes and their return of serve. But of course at that level everyone's really good. So it's these little things that make a huge difference, and in that semi-finals, Kobayashi and Hoki were definitely a lot more smarter with their approach. So they did really well in that aspect. In the finals against Alfian and Fitri, I'd say it's such a tricky match because they were going neck to neck in that final match all the way up until 19 all, and it could have been anyone's match, and it's just that last 2 points that make a huge difference. 2 mistakes is all that takes. So for me, that finals could have gone this way or that way, but that match was very interesting because they're also up against Alfian and Fitri, both net players, both really good at charging to the net, which the Japanese pair had been doing really well, with Hoki moving into the net, taking charge, and his partner Kobayashi being really good at the back, good drives, taking the pace off. And taking the pace off against a pair where you have 2 players rushing in, that's a lot of confidence. You need to have a lot of confidence to be able to do that and play those shots with ease. And I think that helped them to have that really good, strong neck-to-neck rallies. The match was phenomenal with both pairs playing neck-to-neck. The rallies were long, the rotations were really good, and the challenging aspect at the net with both pairs taking charge of the net was very interesting to watch. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to who gets the final point, and it went Hoki and Kobayashi's way because I'd say those last 2 points were crucial and they were karma of the 2 pairs. It's very interesting for me that Denmark Open seems to be a favorite for Kobayashi and Hoki because their first major win was in 2021, which was at the Denmark Open. So after having a break of not having had wins the last 2 years, I'm sure this is a pretty special win to them, considering that they're back at the Denmark Open and they won that tournament, which would definitely give them a lot of confidence and give them that belief that they still have it in them and they still are a world-class pair.
An Se-young achieved another milestone in her glittering career by becoming the first women's singles player to win all 5 Super 750 titles. The Denmark Open was the final trophy missing from her collection, and the world number 1 clinched it with a decisive victory over Wang Zhiyi. Surprisingly, the Korean star did not know she was the first player to complete the set.
I want to really get the title in Denmark Open. 연습한다는 생각으로 네, 임하려고 하겠습니다. 정말 갖고 싶지만.
fantastic play.
This is simply amazing. 10 of the last 11 points.
I'm more focused only 1 point thing, so I just say on one more point and don't give up one more step. Just do my best.
Good play.
It's long and history is made. And Young becomes the first singles player to win a career Super 750 Slam. This Denmark Open title was the only one of the 750s that she's had not won previously. That has been amended today.
Yeah, I'm so glad. It's thinking you say me. I make it history for myself. Oh, I'm so happy.
You are the first women's player
Yeah.
to win all 750s.
Or 750. Or get my.
You first one.
Woo! Thank you, Peter Rep.
But
Yeah. Just thinking, just don't give on me. Yeah. This means always my motivation. I really want to make a point, but I just think enjoy the game. Yeah. Yeah, 11 title. Wow, so difficult. But always thinking one tournament.
The Denmark Open marked the fifth final in which Feng and Huang had faced compatriots Jiang Zhengbang and Wei Yasing this year. The two Chinese pairs' most recent battle was the Clash of the Clans Arctic Open, which the world number one successfully won. However, Ashwini Punapa explains why Feng and Huang were the better pair in their third straight win in Odense.
Firstly, the fact that they are in their third finals, having won 2 finals before at the Denmark Open. I think they went into that match with a lot more confidence than they did at the Arctic Open. So you could see that with the way they played. They kind of dominated that match and took charge of the game really well. So I think they were eyeing that third win. But also if you won before at a venue, you kind of have an idea as to like what to expect in terms of the condition, what to expect in terms of the crowd, that feeling. You have a memory of that feeling of having played at a final in that particular tournament, so it kind of brings back that confidence, and they dominated that finals. So it's very hard to like pick one pair to be better than the other in terms of who should be world number 1 and who should be world number 2, because currently both pairs are going head to head. Both pairs are equally strong, even though Feng and Huang have a better head to head against their teammates. But for me, I would say currently at present, Jiang and Wei are getting better. They are getting stronger as a partnership. So which is why I see a win, especially at the Arctic Open. I would say that Jiang and Wei played really well. They were very strong. But I didn't see the same fire that they had at the Denmark Open. I felt Feng and Huang were like really confident. Both pairs are very strong in terms of the women being really strong, moving into the net, reading the game really well. And although there's a difference in terms of experience, Huang definitely has a lot more experience. And in their partnership, she's the one who is guiding her partner. But if you look at the other partnership of Jiang and Wei, they don't really have one having more experience than the other, and they're growing together as a partnership. So it's very interesting to see the different dynamics, because with one partnership you have an experienced partner guiding a younger partner who's also a gold medalist at the Olympics, and then you have a younger partner who's coming up together as a pair. So for me, it's very difficult to choose one over the other, but I would definitely say that the youngsters are getting better and stronger and definitely matching Feng and Huang, which is why they are currently world number 1. I would say consistency wise, both the Chinese pairs are way more consistent in terms of the wins that they've had, in terms of the number of finals that they've reached. And that's probably the difference. But otherwise, if you look at the head-to-head, there's not a lot of difference between all the pairs. I mean, currently for me, I would say if you're looking at the world number 3 pair of Dechapol and Supisara, it's been a year since they started playing as a partnership, and they've come as far as world number 3. So for me, even though they haven't really had that experience in terms of a partnership, they're still up there. And then Chen and To definitely had the best win of their career by winning the World Championship gold medal, beating the current world number 1s of Jiang and Wei. So for me, it's very tricky to say why exactly, but definitely pin it to the point that both Chinese pairs are way more consistent. They kind of, sometimes when you watch them play, they have a lot more fire, which sometimes you see is not as much in the whole number 3s and 4.
Chen Long and Jongkopan Kititarakul are among the many players who have transitioned into coaching after retiring and were present at the Yonex Sunrise BWF World Junior Championships. Chen Long was the most successful coach at the major event, having guided China to a mixed team crown and men's singles title in the individual events. The 2016 Olympic champion was on the sidelines for Liu Yang Mingyu, who collected a 15-10, 15-11 win against the number 1 seed Muhammad Zaki Ubaidillah to win his first ever World Junior Championships title.
因为赛前没想过拿这块金牌，我们中国队就是冲击这块男单金牌的。然后当真的冲击下来那个，我跟陈导都很激动，就说明之前的训练，包括陈导之前对我的照顾没有白费，我觉得自己也是做到了。
China then completed a hat trick of titles with wins in women's and men's doubles. Tan Ke-xue and Wei Yue edged Malaysia's Lo Ziyu and Norakila Maisara in straight games to seal a first-ever Korea title. Chen Jinting and Liu Junrong beat Korea's Lee and Cho 16-14, 15-12 in the final match of the day.
我觉得我们没有压力吧，我们就是上了场打出自己的水平，然后争取为中国队守下最后一枚金牌。
感觉这一切都挺不真实的。我是第2次，然后跟搭档是第1次参加世青赛，然后上一站是亚青赛其实是打没有很好，然后这一次世青也是抱着冲击所有对手的心态来打，所以能拿下这个冠军很开心。
India's Tanvi Sharma was denied a home win by Anyapat Vichitprichasak in the women's singles, losing 15-7, 15-12 in a match that lasted 28 minutes. Despite the loss, the number 1 seed remained positive and grateful for earning a medal for her country.
I was perfectly good, but there were a lot of unforced errors today, and I wasn't comfortable today with the game. And yeah, it means a lot. Of course, at my home ground, I won silver. It means a lot. I'm very happy. I did well. I reached finals and I won silver medal. I think, yeah, I'm happy with that, but little disappointed with the match I played today.
South Korea secured a victory in the mixed doubles through Lee Hyun-woo and Chon Hae-in. However, the number 2 seeds were made to work hard for their title by Chinese Taipei's Hong Bin-fu and Cho Yun-an. In the post-match interview, Lee expressed the sentiment shared by all the winners on that day.
네, happy.
That's it from us. 4-time world champions Chen Xingchen and Jia Yifan will be defending their title at the Yonex French Open this week. Find out if they can successfully retain their crown, plus other top stories from the Super 750 event on our show next week. In the meantime, stay up to date with the latest news by downloading our BWF app, Badminton for You. As always, let us know your thoughts, comments, and questions on our Facebook and YouTube pages. See you soon!